Hello friends, welcome to my YouTube channel. In this video, I am going to explain how to use TIX package to draw diagrams, figures, etc. in LaTeX documents. Let us take up the Technic Center editor. We use the document class article and use a package, of course, TIX. And here we use the environment TIX picture. Only within TIX picture you can draw the TIX diagrams. Now the first line refers to the graph paper, graph sheet as a reference. Once you complete the drawing, you can comment this out so that it may not appear in the output. Remember, at the end of every such statement, there should be a semicolon. Now, let us take the next case. Coordinate A at 1, 1 and coordinate B is at 4, 4. Hereafter, I need not use these coordinates 1, 1, 4, 4, etc. In further instructions, I can simply say A and B. Actually, TIX manual runs to 1900 pages. I have not gone through it fully. Therefore, to the extent possible, I will provide a simplified version of the TIX package. Now, if you compile this, you will get a line like this from 1.1 to 4.4. Now, let us extend this a little further. I say we have a coordinate named A, B, C, D, etc. at these points. I draw two lines, A to B and then C to D, and then I give coordinate within option brackets label on the right hand side D prime, which I call it as D prime. At I am not specifying the coordinates here. I simply state the intersection of A n dash B and C n dash D. Remember, here you should not use the round brackets. Here you simply say A n dash B, C n dash D. Then, when you compile this, you will get the line, two lines here, and the point of intersection is marked D prime because we have given here the label D prime. Now, let us extend this still further. Here we have points A, B, C defined like this. These form the vertices of a triangle, and I want to find out the midpoint of the line joining B and C. For this, I use this structure. If you want to use this structure, we have to use a package. See, it produces error now. You need to say use TIX library calc for coordinate calculations. Therefore, let me insert use TIX library calc. Then I have C prime as a midpoint of A and B. Similarly for this side and this side. Again, I want to calculate this point of intersection of all these medians. This is called centroid. Centroid, I know it divides the line median in the ratio 2:1. Therefore, I can say coordinate O prime at the line joining C and C prime in the ratio 2:1. I get this line O prime. Or I can also say this, I call it as D prime. This is the intersection of A and A prime A and A prime and C and C prime. This is point of intersection. I get this as a centroid, as we call it. Now, as far as the lines joining the vertices, the points, you can have many options. One of them is line width. You can simply say ultra thin, or you can say line width equal to 0.1 point. Similarly, there are other values. Line pattern can be solid, dashed, dotted, etc. You can also say dash pattern equal to on is 2 point, off is 3 point, on is 4 point, off is 4 point, etc. You can define a dash pattern. You can also specify the color of the line. The following colors are available readily. However, you can also mix colors. You can say red, exclamation, 50, green. That means red is 50%, green is 50%, and so on. You can also specify arrows. You have to specify two values, start arrow kind and end arrow kind. You can have rounded corners. You can specify the size of that round corners. You can also have line join, whether it is a round or bevel or mitre. There are options for filling the paths, fill color, pattern, etc. And you can specify line ending, and this will be obvious only for very thick lines, not for very thin lines. Now, let us consider such a case now. We draw a line which is very thick, and we use, let us say, this is a arrow from 1, 1 to 4, 4. You have an arrow like this, line joining 2 points 1, 1 and 4, 4. You can also specify the coordinate values like this. Instead of 4, you can say curly braces, and then within curly braces you can say square root of 16. That is also allowed. Now, instead of this default line ending, this arrow, you can say stealth, and then the arrow head will change, or you can say latex. Again, you will get a different kind of arrowhead. Also, here we have two hyphens. Instead of the second hyphen, I use a pipe symbol. Then you will find the line becomes first horizontal and then vertical. You can reverse this order also. First vertical and then horizontal. This is also possible. Suppose instead of having straight lines, you would like to have bent lines. Then you can say, instead of two hyphens, I can say 2, and then within option brackets, bend space right. You can say, you can have a line like this. What do you mean by right and left? Imagine that you are traveling along this line or swimming along this line. What is your right? What is your left? That you will specify here. If you want, you can bend it towards left. It will be in the opposite direction, like this. Now, consider another case. Instead of specifying the coordinate values in terms of Cartesian coordinates, you can as well use polar coordinates. You can say angle 0, remember here it is not comma, it is colon. The radius vector is 1. Angle is 90, 180, 280, and then you can join them like this. Draw with the purple color A to B to C to D and then again to A. Instead of saying A, you can say cycle. Then a square like this. Now, let us extend this to another case. We would like to have a 7-sided figure with a coordinate origin at 0, 0 and the other points are specified like this. Instead of giving absolute values of the angles, I say 360 divided by 7 multiplied by 0 and in the next case 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. For 7-sided figures, we use 0 to 6 and then we can connect all the points like this. Then you will have the 7-sided figure available readily. Again, let us now use the nodes. The similar case, if you use a node instead of point, you can have this name as well as this label. Now, in the previous case, we have not given any label for these points, but with the nodes, we can give a name like this. Now, imagine that we give empty values and then you can have the nodes available like this. If you do not want to have the shape for the node, you can comment this out, then you will have the nodes available like this. Remember, every node is by default a rectangle around its contents. It has some intercept between its contents and border. These borders are not drawn by default, but they exist. And if you want, you can specify the shape. You can specify the shape and then you can have like this. Now, remember, with the coordinates, here we used cycle. If you use such a construct, the last line is not connected. Only with explicit A here, you can have the last line connected like this. A coordinate is a node with 0 dimensions. Coordinate is a special case of nodes. Now, for coordinates, there are many options. For nodes, we have got many options. You can have a shape rectangle, circle, or simply a coordinate. And if you use PGF library shapes, then you can also give ellipse as a shape. You can use anchors, which I do not prefer. In a map, what we normally refer to north is on the top. But here, only when you specify the anchor below, then it is north. It's the same as north. Instead of they are interchanged. Similarly, on the right hand side of a normal map, west is on the left side. But here it is on the east side. Therefore, I don't prefer this method. However, this is also available. And node distance can be specified. Distance between nodes. The corners can be specified. Minimum size of the node. Scale option is available. Outer separation, inner separation, minimum height, minimum width. Draw refers to the border of the node. You can have a different color for the border of the node, while fill refers to the inner space within the border. This can have a different color. You can fill it with a pattern like this, 5-pointed stars or bricks, etc. Let us now consider a special case. First we have a node A at 1, 0. It is 1, 0. And then node B at 2, 0, but this is rotated by 90 degrees and scaled by a factor 1.5. Here we have it, B. And then in the next case, we use the command draw with an option rotate 30 degrees. We have a node C at 1, 0. Here we have it. And another node D. For this also we specify rotate 90 degrees. For D, it has no effect. Only this 30 degrees has no effect. Only this 90 degrees here has effect. If you want this option to be combined with this option, then you can do it by giving another option here, transform shape. Consider that case. At 1, 0 we have a node E. At 2, 0 we have node F. This has an option rotate 90 degrees. Already there is a rotation by 60 degrees. These two are combined because of this option transform shape. F is rotated by 190 degrees. 150 degrees. These two are combined. Now, let us consider a case in which the node is multi-line. Node 1, / next line, this is aligned left. If you want to have it, then you can specify align equal to left here. Again, consider next case. I would like to place a node H in the line joining C to this node. Then what I can do is N dash here, and the node position is 0.5. This value is 0 near the start of the arrow and 1 at the end of the arrow. I fill the node white. The border is also made white. Then I can have it like this. Suppose the border is, we would like to draw the border also. Then you can have it like this. Now, let us say node is 0.5, position is 0.5 below. Then it is moved a little further. Here I have used an option shorten. Remember, after shorten there has to be a space, and then this specifies the end of the arrow. Shorten the end of the line by 5 points. Therefore, here we have shortened it by 5 points. I can say, let us say 10 points, further shortened like this, or you can say minus 5 points. If you say minus 5 points, it will be, the line will be elongated like this. Let us now consider the next case. We have draw red, and then starting from 0, 0 up to 1, 1 with the plus sign before 1, 1. Okay. Then this will be the output 0, 0 to 1, 1. This line will be from 1, 0 up to 2, 1. It should be. But what I have given here is, instead of saying 2, 1 like this, from, let me show that also. Let us say, normally this is how we specify the coordinates, from 1, 0 to 2, 0. but now the color is blue. Okay. I comment this out. I use this. From 1, 0, I say plus 1, 1. What happens is, when you use a plus sign, this 1, 1 is calculated relative to this 1, 0. This is not absolute value, but relative to 1, 0, this is calculated. Similarly, starting from 2, 0, again relative to 2, 0, what is the value of 1, 1? That is what we have here. 2, 0 related to this 1, 1 is here. Now consider the next case. Draw red very thick from 1, 3 plus, and then when we say plus plus, double plus, what happens is this 1, 1 will be calculated relative to 1, 0. Therefore, its actual value will be 2, 4. Similarly, for this, compile it. It will be from 1, 3 to 2, 4. Again, from 2, 4, relative to this value is calculated. From 2, 4, this will be 2.8 minus 3. This will be 2.8 minus 3. Here we have it. Suppose we have here only a single plus sign. Then what will happen is, this point will be calculated with respect to the preceding point. Not the immediately preceding point, but the one before it. With respect to 1, 3, this will be calculated. Therefore, it will be 1.8 and then minus 2. This is 1.8, x coordinate is 1.8, y coordinate is 2. This is the meaning of the single plus sign and double plus sign. Now, suppose we don't want to have straight lines. We would like to have curves. Then what we can do is, instead of double hyphens, we can use 2 dots, and they definitely need controlling points. Even if you have got only one controlling point, remember the syntax is controls. Only then it will work. With one control point, suppose you have 2 control points, you can change the shape like this. Remember, more than 2 control points are not allowed. Now, suppose you want to draw Bezier curves. For the purpose of illustration, I have defined a new command, print control, and I have here a point 1, 4, another point 5, 5. I draw the Bezier curve like this, starting from 1, 3 up to 2, 6, using the controls A and B. I get the lines like this. If we change the control points, let us say this is 2, 4, then if we change the control points, then you can change the shape of the curve obtained. With this, we conclude this video. We will continue in the next video. Thank you for watching.